Hello, it is a pleasure for me to be with you today. Many thanks to the organizers of this conference and especially to Dolores Sousa for the invitation. The topic that I will present focuses on the ethical challenges and vulnerabilities of women in relation to the use of artificial intelligence. For this, I will propose two perspectives of analysis. The first perspective highlights human vulnerabilities in relation to use of technology, and the second perspective addresses ethical challenges with a special emphasis of the ethics of care. In a context of the information overabundance derived from democratization and broad access to the Internet, Industry 5.0 emerged, emphasizing collaborations between machines and humans to improve productivity and efficiency. This technological revolution aims to enhance the transformation of the industrial sector into intelligent spaces based on the Internet of Things and cognitive computing. Currently, in the opinion of experts such as Bertolaso and Marcos, among others, there are two major anthropotechnical proposals, the Bio Project and Info Project. Think first tries to transform the human being through biotechnologies. The second aims to modify, complement, imitate, or even replace the human being through info technologies. It is also worth remembering that at the end of modernity, the symbiosis between science and technology had become so close that we began to talk about technoscience, which further increases the powers and risk, and therefore leads to greater responsibility moral. On the other hand, how can we prevent the types of development in technological society from keeping people who have historically been disadvantaged away from its benefits of from even increasing inequalities, and how to develop smart technologies that respect ethical principles in relation to use and access to artificial intelligence. Various asymmetries are presented as we'll see. They are usually accompanied by the need for protection and realization of rights, which will make it necessary for technological advance to be oriented towards inclusive innovations. It is necessary to take into account that currently 18 of the world's population, 1 billion people, does not have access to the benefits of the second industrial revolution, electricity, and more than half of the world population, 4 million people, is still not connected to the internet. The inequality that exists in access to information and communication technologies between people in certain geographical areas prevents a part of the population from acquiring digital skills essential to function in today's world. Humans have less access to this type of knowledge, whether due to age, education, or the sector in which they live. In this sense, it is worth noting that various studies, such as National Camp Registry prepared by the Techo Chile Study Center, show that the construction of Latin American city has stood out for being largely heterogeneous, reproducing social inequalities, and very accelerated. As a result of this, among many other factors and different countries, is the region this study has confirmed that city construction is largely carried out informally. Thus, the establishment and growth of popular colonies, marginal neighborhoods, favelas, or camps is confirmed. Chile has around 1,300 camps, and 90% of these throughout the country are exposed to at least one natural threat, which implies that more than 100,000 homes lives in these danger zones. On the other hand, thousands of households live in a situation of general precariousness, which, among other ways, is expressed in social housing exclusion. Regarding internet access by region, it can be seen that there are some critical regions, for example, Ñuble region and the O'Higgins region stand out, which 18% of the camps declaring not have access to internet. For out of every 10 human in Chile live in areas with a high or very high level of vulnerability. How to overcome these inequalities? The above necessarily connects with the second perspective that I mentioned initially. Great challenges relate to ethics arise. The development of intelligent technologies that respect ethical principles in a starting point of most artificial intelligence projects with a human in the loop approach. It is considered that with respect to human, it is necessary and relevant to revalue the analysis of the fundamental characteristics that are extracted from Carl Gilligan's theory, ethics of care. These are care, responsibility, community, attention, and interdependence. The force that moves them is mutual cooperation that is carried out through skills such as empathy and the ability to sustain interpersonal relationships. Human, according to Gilligan, focus less of abstract justice and fairness and think more about the responsibilities they have towards specific people in their environment. In her model, Gilligan postulates that human preference toward caring for others as moral responsibility are based on the fact they are responsible to a greater extent for caring for newborns. Here, it is worth mentioning that taking the ethics of care as a moral theory that establishes principles does not imply excluding others from the ethics of justice, since these ethics and ethics of care are complementary and connected. Because humans think more in terms related to care on a contextual level as the outer points out, then is necessary to raise the main challenges for social, cultural, and educational policy for the development of the technological society in that direction. I could not fail to mention, and with this I conclude, that all the efforts we make to overcome, in the first instance, the inequalities that we have talked about will lead to greater knowledge and depth regarding the use of artificial intelligence and the risk that this presents in the face of the possible violation of rights such as equality, privacy, honor, or due process and freedom of expression. Artificial intelligence is a a strategic technology that offers numerous advantages to citizens, companies, and society as a whole, along as it is anthropocentric, ethical, sustainable, and respects fundamental rights and values. Thank you very much and greetings from Chile.